Without visions and visionaries, there would be no development, just the status quo. Every technical and societal advancement needs its forward thinkers who overcome the resistance that characterizes their times, and who are even prepared to deal with hostilities and personal drawbacks because of it. When on the 17th of April 2014 the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of EnergyPark Peenemünde took place, it also formed an impressive historical bridge between the groundbreaking developments of the past and the innovations of the future. In 1550, the Vienna-born gunmaker Konrad Haas published a rocket guidebook. Peenemünde became the most modern and most developed center for rocket research in the world. The flight of the first man-made object to go into orbit is the basis for the worldwide name Peenemünde has as the cradle of modern space flight. At the same time, Peenemünde will always be remembered as the place where weapons of mass destruction were tested and developed. The concentration of scientists, research and technical capacities led to a number of impressive developments and inventions.
Five, four, ignition. GR.
After the end of World War II, both the Americans and the Russians continued the development of military rocket systems, with the material they captured and the cooperation of leading German scientists and technicians. Werner von Braun worked for the American Space Agency NASA, Helmut Kreutrip for the Russian rocket developer Karalyov.
H-dot is minus 4 balls 1.
Across the board, Captain.
At Peenemünde, the discussions about the responsibilities that come with science and research are never far away, because they never really can be separated from the use that's being made of its results. With their research, the Nazis had only one goal in mind from the beginning. Advanced technology had to provide military superiority. There's hardly a place in history where the advantages and risks of technological progress are as closely and so paradoxically related like they are in Peenemünde. Many people have paid for these groundbreaking achievements with their lives. With a higher standard of living and the ever-growing digitalization, the world's energy needs will at least double until 2050. Right now, about 85% of the global energy needs are met by fossil resources. The production of enormous amounts of energy and the subsequent transfer, storage and transformation and efficient use plays a critical role, even before the productions of the V2 missiles that were to bring so much death and destruction. The generation of new forms of energy using new technologies and controlling these forms of energy on a large industrial scale should serve mankind to improve its sustainability and to use the scientific insights that are gained for non-military purposes. The power plant at Peenemünde remained in operation until 1990 to cover the energy needs of East Germany. But as early as 1969, a nuclear power plant with an output of 2,200 megawatts was erected just over 3 miles away in Lubmin. This was the beginning of the nuclear age in East Germany. Not far from the nuclear power plant Lubmin, which was shut down in 1990, we find the reconstructed transformation station that connects to the offshore wind energy park Ostwind 1. With a capacity of 7.5 gigawatts, it's one of the largest energy hubs in Europe. The disasters of Chernobyl and Fukushima have clearly shown the world the dangers that come with the use of nuclear energy. The German government therefore decided to move away from nuclear energy to proclaim a switch to renewable energy. Replacing fossil and nuclear energy with renewables whilst maintaining a stable energy grid requires much inventiveness and many good ideas. And it is fitting that Peenemünde, the historic city where scientific achievements were once used for death and destruction, is now funding an international science center for fundamental research into new energy and energy storage technology for peaceful purposes only. At the moment, all major CO2 emitters in the world energy sector produce nearly 40 billion tons a year. But because of their large numbers, cars also form a major contribution to climate change. Sustainable and strategic environmental pioneers like the car manufacturer Tesla try to break away from the dangerous path we're on. Model number 3 has many qualities that could make it into the people's electric car. The principle of well-to-wheel is really necessary if we are to fulfill our responsibilities to Mother Nature. Therefore, one of the biggest and most important challenges of our time, bigger than the development and use of electric cars, will be building power plants that operate on a neutral emission basis. This is the fundamental scientific and strategic challenge that EnergyPark Peenemünde and its partners are going to tackle. But what will the future energy concept look like? How is the worldwide demand for energy that is already huge and continues to grow be met? Without the efficient development of energy storage, this task will be impossible. Energy storage like Carbazole on the basis of LOHC hydrogen, liquid organic hydrogen carrier, could be a solution for the future. We are convinced Peenemünde can play an important international role in answering this question with the creation of the innovative EnergyPark. All the signals are pointing in that direction. visionary Dr. Thomas Lammler and the Secretary of Energy and Development Christian Pegel put the spade into the ground of the new EnergyPark, witnessed by politicians and business representatives.
Es liegt wirklich ausschließlich an uns allen, Politik, Industrie, die also hier heute auch vertreten ist.
All of us really are the ones that have to take responsibilities for this. Politicians, industry, energy companies, electricity network operators have to create a fertile ground where we can develop this project properly, so that the technologies that are just now being discussed in the capital of Berlin become tangible reality here on the island of Usedom. Because, begging your pardon, I haven't really seen that much happening. There are numerous initiatives, but it has been divided up into too many tiny projects trying to find public funding for those projects. But even with my extensive scientific contacts, I have not really seen all that much yet.
For the groundbreaking ceremony, he had invited Energy Secretary Christian Pegel, who was obviously very interested because the plans are promising.
I really wish him the best of luck, not just because of the solar energy park, which naturally has my interest as energy secretary, but especially for the combination with energy storage technologies. The network, consisting of 21 different partners and stakeholders from both industry and science, is impressive. And if the initiative could provide proof that in this magnitude a reliable energy supply is possible with the use of hydrogen storage, it would be a major step forward. An actual proof of a concept, even though some of the people might have had their doubts about it. Therefore, I wish him the best of luck, not just with this groundbreaking ceremony today, but for the start of the first phase of building on this construction site.
Dr. Thomas Lammler didn't hide the fact that according to him, the political process is moving too slowly. After all, it's not just about doing something for the environment, but about creating real change. This energy park will not only change the town of Peenemünde, but the entire region as well. In its finished form, the renewable zero-emission power plant, together with its large energy storage facility, would be able to provide the entire island of Usedom with electricity from exclusively renewable sources as early as 2020, making it the first German region to do so. Now is the time to let actions follow the energy change that was proclaimed earlier. The initiators of EnergyPark Peenemünde intend to provide proof that renewable wind and solar energy are not just booming because of the promised state subsidies, but can be produced and stored in a way that's economically profitable. And it will help to reduce the worldwide CO2 output in a sustainable manner. Therefore, it is important that all national and international decision makers agree on a scientific agenda, bundle their scientific capacities, and take the necessary political decisions. All will have to cooperate for this common goal. It is up to us, for the sake of Mother Nature and especially for our children. Time is running out.